Let's talk about some cricket. And in some good news for the cricket, the IPL looks like they've got a restart date. Not as soon as they were hoping. I think they were talking this week originally.
That's so ambitious.
How does it? Yeah. How
ambitious.
Yeah.
You gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
But
that's like me going, I'll kick 10 this week.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm kicking one, and then we'll go from there, son.
1 goal, 3 over in the side. So
yeah,
let's not have 300,000 people getting it a day, and then maybe start talking about it.
Yeah.
So the news is they're going to play the remaining 31 games, half the season in the UAE, United Arab Emirates. So it looks like they'll probably cram a whole bunch of double headers into sort of a 3-week window.
Which would be good viewing for mine.
Yeah. But targeting September, October, which is before the World Cup.
Yeah, and then after their test commitments over in England.
Yeah, I think the only concern is the Caribbean Premier League in the West Indies, of course, would mean they overlap with the end of that series.
A little bit of reshuffling of the cards. I'm sure the BCCI has no power over the Caribbean.
We'll see.
I nearly said that with a straight face.
We will see. I think the Caribbean, they've asked them, can you move it forward a couple of weeks, and they haven't got any response. The boys over there might give them a big middle finger and say, fuck off, we've got our competition.
Tell you what, though, after all the COVID shenanigans finish in 2030 or whenever it is, would love to go over and catch a bit of the Caribbean Premier League.
Yes.
That's a tour you want to go on. Aussies and Caribbean.
Just something over there. Yes. Jeez, it'd be good.
So, of course, they're not planning to have any foreign players back, so it'll be
Indians only.
Indians only, the locals only.
Fuck, how are they going to fill a team? Only Indians.
They got
sarcasm.
Sarcasm, yes.
Deep sarcasm.
Deep sarcasm, yes.
Deepak sarcasm.
Vitamin sarcasm.
Yeah, so open that bottom drawer and put that in it and never bring it back out.
Wasn't planning on it.
Yes. So, which is good. So overall, good news for the IPL. Aussies, of course, are touring the Windies in June. So, and we'll talk about England versus New Zealand at the moment. The New Zealand versus India test is in a month's time.
Yeah, so not even 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah, June 18. That's 2.5
Wasn't it
weeks.
July 18?
Can you have yeah.
I thought it was July. So,
they've only got these 2 tests.
Yeah, but either way, they found the one window where it possibly works. It looks like the foreign players might end up playing in the Caribbean Premier League instead of trying to go back over to India. They've probably lost a bit of the drawing power. But I think the league is looking at losing somewhere in the vicinity of $400 million.
Jesus
if they didn't play the remainder of the league, because it's $1 billion competition.
TV rights, isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So,
June 18.
Yeah, it's in 2.5 weeks.
2 weeks. There we go.
Yeah. So, because I was having a look at it. So, New Zealand currently playing England, and then they back up. I think there's 3 days between it. Yep. And then England's got to back up again.
Yeah, to play India in the Test series. Yep.
So, New Zealand's got to back up to play.
Play India. And then
England.
Yes, and then India play England.
After that, I think 4 or 5 tests, I think.
Yeah, and that's, is that August, September?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So and then
plenty of test cricket through our winter time, their summertime now. Yeah.
Yes, and then that of course will then lead into the restart of the IPL season. So good news for that. Unfortunately, of course, no foreign players. The Windies tour for Aussies. Just a final note on that. It happens in June. Looks like a few of the players expressed interest in staying home,
and fair enough.
Yeah, Daniel Sam. So I think. He got COVID, didn't he? Going over to England?
I believe, yep.
Yeah, he did. Pat Cummins staying home. Of course, he's got a huge schedule ahead of him, but also his Misso is pregnant, and David Warner as well. Same thing. He's been in India. He's got 2 young kids.
Three
young kids now. Yeah.
All, I think 3 girls under 5, I think.
Yeah, young family. So,
TikTok's his film. So.
Yes.
Final point. What's that Johnny Depp movie called?
There's a fuckload of them. Which one?
The one with the pirates.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, so you said Pirates of the Caribbean, but we all said Caribbean tour. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
That was what my thought was on the way to and from the bathroom.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense, but you wouldn't say Caribbean tour.
Well, maybe after a few rums, you might say Caribbean.
Yeah.
Savvy.
Remember
Savvy.
that bottom drawer I was mentioning before?
that what you were going
Put that
for
in
there?
there and close it.
Mark thought Peps was having a stroke over there. That was just his Johnny Depp.
I don't think it's too far removed, actually. Stroke patients and Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'd say it's just Yank versus English Pommy talk. Let's put it that way. Speaking of Pommies, let's roll straight into England versus New Zealand, the first test of a two-test series, both at Lords.
No, this one Lords,
This one's
and
at
then the
Lords.
next one Edgbaston, I
There we
think.
go.
Stem will be there. Shout out to Stem.
Yeah, as mentioned, it's
Chase
good.
that up. Was it Edgbaston or?
Yep.
Yeah, Edgbaston.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good warm up for the New Zealand side leading into their World Test Championship final against India in a couple of weeks' time.
ICC came out saying that they will be having a revamp of this. Is they going to go again with the after this one?
Yep.
The thing that was a bit concerning, they said if it's a draw or a no result, then that's it. It's a draw between both sides.
No winners,
No winners. Yeah.
no sudden death, best ball or something.
They both get it. They both get it. So, which is strange because they had this ranking system to see who would
Yeah,
get the game. So surely just
It's like a game. Who would win the series?
Yeah.
The team that won. Yeah. I don't like that no one wins, but I don't want it to be like a super over either.
No,
Yeah,
no.
for test, yeah,
I
that's
think
right.
I think
Well, I think in Test cricket,
We give the advantage.
The
Yeah.
higher ranked team should win it.
yeah, you've got to beat them to get it.
Correct.
Yeah,
Another innings.
So they
just
can
keep going till someone wins. Another innings and keep going.
6-day test, bring it back.
That was an outrageous failure. So, but I agree. Like, and obviously, I don't want England to win, but you've got to beat them. So if if they're the highest ranked, they can play for the draw. They have that advantage. It's like when you're up 1-0 in a series.
Yep.
You have to. Yeah. Oh, I don't like that. Anyway,
So we're in, what is it, day 2 now for...
CC morning, second session, day 2.
Yep, 110 overs in.
Mm-hmm.
Devon Conway,
Yes.
South African born players, killed it.
Bit of a run at the moment.
He's still out there. They're 7 for 314, the Black Caps, and Conway's 179 not.
Yes. Everyone falling around him at the moment.
Tom, yeah.
They've lost,
Carry-
four wickets in the session and a half?
Yeah, yep. Yeah.
Henry Nichols was going on here at 60 odd, looked really good overnight. Coming in even this morning, tonight we were watching, just looked really comfortable. Nichols held out to fine leg, but Conway's still looking nice, playing his shots as well. That big man, the $1 million man, Kyle Jamison's in there now, so can handle a bat. Can he stay out there long enough? I think we had it up there. The highest ever score on debuts, 280 odd.
Yeah, Monk's got it there, actually. Yeah.
There you go.
Tip Foster.
That's the old name, that
yeah,
one.
so I remember him well.
Good
Good
tip.
innings that, the 287 against the Aussies.
I don't think greats would.
High scores on debut, yeah.
Sharks Rudolph.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
Yeah, Matthew Sinclair.
I think I said it to Macca before, South Africans born on debut, 12 of them have got centuries, only 6 of them have played for South Africa.
Oh, who else we got there? Did Kevin Peterson get one on?
I don't remember which ones they were. That was the stat I saw.
good
It was-
stat.
Labuschagne.
Yeah. Yes.
We could chase that one up.
Yeah. We're going to look into it. But
South Africa born, tons on debut. It shows you what state that
The country.
country's in. Like,
young fellas are getting out and playing elsewhere.
Feel for him. Yeah.
but that's fair. Yeah, whatever. We can get into that.
Again,
but
sports channel here, not politics.
Yeah. Yeah. Because we don't want to talk about politics because, there probably not going to be a South African international team if they get their way over
Just
there.
the way they're going. Yeah.
it's it's setting up to be a good little test match. Like Kiwis dominant on top, and they've fought back. They've fought back today.
And
Yeah, the ball's been moving around.
Crowds at Lords. How good? How good?
Down the slope. It looked like I thought it was a bit of a road going from the partnership, Nichols and Conway point, but they might have just been batting really well because it is hooping. It is moving.
Yeah,
around
it is moving a
off
fair
that-
bit this morning.
ripping
so-
off that slope as well. So
Yeah, but Conway, only one kind of stabled out. He hasn't hit, he made 20 odd so far in today's
it's
session. and a half.
140, so
Yeah.
30 runs.
Yeah, but it's all fallen around him, unfortunately. So hopefully he can hang on to make the 350 odd, push to 400. Because that's a good first score. I'd say,
Absolutely,
afterwards.
that's scoreboard pressure on the in the first innings. So, we've obviously all put on our blick kips. We don't want to see England win. So,
You remember that draw? Yeah, check that one there.
Kiwi Macca on the end of the
what?
table.
You didn't like my Johnny Depp? Come on.
I actually didn't quite like that one.
That was that. some of my best. But yeah, good to see Test cricket back. And I kind of like that it's at night. You can sit up and have the Test cricket.
Yeah, it's a good time for it. So yeah. So I think we're all back in New Zealand in this one.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, go. I mean, yeah, you can put 300 on the board.
And it's a kind of interesting test to kind of show the, I don't want to say best of the rest. India's number one. They're out there in the lead. New Zealand have kind of got England look like, hey, they may win a series in India, and then fell flat on their ass, and we've talked that to death. And then you've got New Zealand kind of taking on India in a couple of weeks. Then England's got the reverse series with India in England. So I hate to say Australia's in fourth place at the moment, but
we are.
Yeah. So yeah.
And in England, it's the most New Zealand conditions outside of New Zealand that we talked about. So it's going to be New Zealand at pretty close to their best, which is cool to see. No Trent Bolt, obviously. But other than that,
I think they're just trying to get him right for the World Test Championship.
It's cool that they're prioritising that. That's very cool.
Like try and make it a thing.
Yeah.
Well, if they beat New Zealand 2-0 in this series and they go out, if New Zealand beat England, 2-0 in this series, you are right, and then go out and beat India in a couple of weeks' time, then that chat kind of starts to change a little bit.
They're the best team in the world, you'd think, if
based on that quick math. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, after that top four, it does seem to drop off a fair bit.
Off a cliff.
Yeah. Yes. Down to your Pakistans and your South Africans.
Well, you'd say South Africa, Pakistan tier 2, and then it's probably another cliff down in the other
Windies
the
and
other
Sri Lanka. Yeah, Sri Lanka, we've spoken about them before.
Netherlands in there as well.
Ireland and the Americans, yes.